If you consent to a channeled reading by Leviathan, please stay, and if not, please scroll. And today, I am no fortune teller, for I am a Muslim witch, and that means my reading will be guided questions that are channeled from Leviathan symbolism, as well as the symbolism within the cards, to provoke self-reflection for the best of the collective. And we are going to be starting with the Mermaid's Oracle deck and guidebook by... I'm not sure, it doesn't say who it's by, but it will be linked in the description or the comments below, depending on where it fits. And in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, what does Leviathan have to teach us today through his symbolism and mythology and energy current? Let's find out. And I love this deck. It's so beautiful. It's like all of these mermaid myths, mermaids throughout myth and stuff like that. So let's see who we get. We have, ooh, Feel the Rhythm. I love this card. It is this, I'm pretty sure this is meant to be like a nymph dancing in the water, like a water nymph. And then we also have a seal man in the background. I don't know, this is an amazing imagery. It's so much fun. The mythical energy, the shape-shifting nature, the blending, the dancing, all of it's really symbolic of dancing with dragons, if you ask me personally. And these images provoke questions that Leviathan wants us to see. What's your relationship with movement in your body? What's your relationship to water, to liquids, to like herbal teas? Funny enough, I'm drinking some lavender dragon tea still from, because I'm filming like multiple videos in a day. So if you see me drinking the same drink over multiple days, don't be weirded out. Okay, but this is the lavender dragon tea. It's so good. It's like an oolong tea, but anyway, I just wanted to say, like, that is like really important for you to ask yourself, like, are you hydrated? Like, are you hydrating yourself? Like, are you, you know, making sure that you're in touch with the waters, that you're dancing within the waters and allowing the waters within you to dance? These things are really important when it comes to this type of symbolism within this card. And also at the same time, I'm getting this like urge to ask, like, what's your relationship to music? Do you not like music? Do you love music? What are your favorite songs? Do you have different playlists that invoke different energies for you? Do you have like ritual playlists? Like, build a playlist that helps you like build a mood that you're going for, right? Like Leviathan says, build me a playlist to tap into that like dark energy. But like there's nothing dark about it. It's just like the world has like branded things like dark and light and right and wrong, and that's just a lot of bullshit, right? But this card really comes up when we need to understand that a lot of these like stagnant energies within our life comes from a lack of movement and a lack of being in flow and in tune with our own bodies. So let's see, Leviathan, how can we better tune in with this watery rhythm that we have naturally within ourselves, being made mostly of water, and our bodies internally, well, they're kind of shut off from the light. So once you're in the body, it's kind of darkness, isn't it? So that's very Leviathan energy. Let's see what we have next. Celebration. I love this beautiful black mermaid here with her gorgeous multi-fin tail and all of her jewels and beaded hair, holding the sun above her head, symbolizing illumination. She's half in the water, half above the land, symbolizing balance between the internal depths and the sky heights as well. We have a clam with a pearl inside, symbolizing being the jewel of the sea. This was a theme similar in Tiamat's reading, no, the DragonFae reading we did 2 days ago, excuse me. And then the turtle, which is again that draconic reptilian energy. People who don't agree that turtles are dragons, get out of me comments. Okay, they're dragons in my eyes. But we also have a couple of fish jumping up like flying fish, symbolizing breaching the surface, breaching limitations, breaking the ceiling, right? These are all of the symbols that come through this, but most of all, it's about embracing who we are and our whole balance and all of our color. And this is something that is extremely important when it comes to, where's the other card? When it comes to dancing and feeling in rhythm, right? Like, it's really hard for us to feel like we're in rhythm, feel like we can dance if we don't celebrate ourselves. How are you celebrating yourselves? Do you even celebrate yourself? Like, do you have a ritual, like, or some sort of practice that you use to celebrate yourself? Like, I've worked with multiple guardians, especially Rosie, shout out to Rosie, my Faerie Dragon guardian, to make rituals to honor myself and to celebrate myself. And this is also to remind myself that I'm special and I'm precious and I'm deserving and worthy of love and celebration and adoration. And a lot of my trauma in childhood comes from being neglected and not understood and not celebrated. And this is why, like, my dragons work so much with me to help me honor that part of my needs that wasn't met in childhood. And this card comes up when we don't celebrate ourselves sometimes as much as we maybe should, or we should ask ourselves, are we over celebrating ourselves when we should also be, you know, investing back into our communities and helping people who need us and things like that, and helping our families and stuff like that. Like, are you also celebrating your unique nature too, though, at the end of the day? Are you, you know, celebrating all of who you are, your shadowy dark depths, the oceans inside you, and also the high, beautiful, expressive thoughts that you have, like all of it, right? It's like about embodying and shining light on all of that and dancing on all of that, because guess what? You are that pearl that's been refined in darkness and, you know, using grits here and there over time to create a beauty within the darkness of the water. It shines like iridescent sunlight. So that's kind of what I'm getting from Leviathan with that. And lastly, how can we better embrace our color? Leviathan, please help us with that. Just getting some guidance, questions we need to ask about how Leviathan can help us embody and shine with our color, our true color, right? And let's see. We have Seize the Day. Look at how beautiful this is. It's like a woman within the water. It actually looks like a mermaid woman in the water, and there's a gorgeous dragon behind her. Are you kidding me? This is such a beautiful card. This deck, oh, you have to get this deck, everybody. If you like mermaids, you need it. Okay guys, we gotta talk about this. How to embrace your color. Take it one step at a time, all right? This is the symbolism of embracing the moment, being present right here, right now. We're not gonna focus too much on the future. We're not gonna focus too much on the past. And we're gonna know that our guardians always got our back. And while we do that, dunking ourselves in the beautiful, riverous, blooming waters, that is how we truly radiate our beautiful, shiny energy, always protected by our dragon guardians behind us, of course. And Leviathan is letting us know, if you look in this card here, that he's always behind you, okay? Like, no one can mess with you because you have Leviathan eyes right here. Oh, I love that image. I have chills. I love Leviathan so much. Oh my gosh, I'm such a fangirl for dragons. Please don't judge me, because I won't judge you. Unless you are hurting other people, then you will get my full judgment. But anyway, this card here, all right, I'm gonna need you to just start doing it. You're gonna have to hit the fuck it button, okay? You're gonna go, fuck that shit, all right? And then you're gonna have to ask yourself, what do I wanna do today? How do I wanna show up today? How do I feel most comfortable dressing myself? How do I feel most comfortable expressing myself? How do I feel most comfortable being me? What feels right in my body? These are really important things you need to ask yourself, especially if you want to embrace your color and shine it and radiate it out into the world. You need to ask yourself, where does my color come from? What am I proud of? What makes me feel proud of being me? What do I think is precious that I protect within myself? For example, I love to protect my belief in dragons because it helps keep me connected with my childhood self and my childlike wonder, and it helps me perceive the world in such a magical way that keeps me such a happy individual today, right? Like, the world would be so empty and hollow without the dragons in my life. And that's just an example for me, right? Like, that's how I am in tune with my color and how I radiate my color. But you have to ask yourself, are you showing up for how you want to be? Are you showing up radiating your destiny? If not, fix it You have the dragons behind your back, fix it, okay? Like, express yourself, seize that day, do something brave that you're afraid of today, okay? So that's what we got for these cards from this deck. Really beautiful. I like really love this deck so very much. It's one of my favorites, and I'm gonna need everybody to give it a little bit of a try there, okay? So that's that one. Next, we're going to be using the Tarot of Dragons. This is what the back of the card looks like. I don't exactly remember who the deck is by, but like I said, the decks that I use will be in the comments. If they don't fit, they'll be in the description, if not the comments. Oh goodness, I got so distracted by a car outside of my window. Oh, forgive me, please, my dear darling hatchlings. Okay, next, my dear Leviathan. Is there anything we need to know about our inner hellfire? This is something that I particularly work with Leviathan for, shadow work about religious trauma, and I'm getting the vibe that we should kind of tap into that today. So we got a couple cards. We have, okay. We first pulled the 10 of Wands, which, by the way, that is a lot, okay? That is a lot to unpack there. And then we have Strength. Beautiful card. We love these cards. And this really tells us, like, Leviathan's really telling us a story of setting our own baggage on fire. Look at the dragons in the sky above this one carrying the load. They are free, able to fly, very close to this one on the ground, burdened by this very heavy pile of sticks on fire, or they honestly look like logs on fire. But these guardians, I'm getting this like visual of like people wanting to help us, people wanting to reach out to us, people wanting to help us, but sometimes we're literally on fire and they don't know how to help us without getting caught on fire too, and it puts us in a really difficult position where we have to decide, right? We have to decide to unpack that, and the way we do that is by having strength, okay? You're gonna need that strength. Leviathan wants us to be strong enough to face a dragon. Look at this, look at this, look at her. She's petting the dragon's snout. Like it's booping the snoot, okay? Like this giant monster isn't terrifying, okay? Like that is what Leviathan is trying to, I think, give me the vision of, in terms of like a symbolic sense of you have to face this like baggage that's on fire in your heart so you can fly again. And you're gonna need the strength and courage enough to face a dragon head on in order to get it done. And that makes me really emotional seeing that vision, and it just makes me ask you now, what's your baggage that's on fire? Do you feel like you can't fly anymore? Are you afraid to face that dragon head on? Do you have multiple dragons that are on fire that you need to face in your past? Are you lost trying to navigate these memories that are ablaze, so heavy you couldn't even begin to express how much they've robbed you from your flight? Your wings are broken when you try to lift yourself up with this weight, this fire, this flame that suppresses your light in a way that it just consumes everything about you. Are you letting it consume everything about you? Are you just rolling over and taking it? Or are you really trying your best to face these shadows? Is there a way you can be stronger? Are there things that you've been avoiding that will make you more successful? Are there ways that you are allowing yourself to be weak and not addressing that? Like, this is like really, really critical. I'm getting like really heavy energy from like Leviathan, almost like being crushed in the stomach of a dragon, right? I'm hearing to look at the bottom of the card. Oh yeah, we get the Sire of Pentacles. Sire of Pentacles. This is the king in this particular tarot deck, I believe. So this is the King of Pentacles, right? And what we see here is the Earth Dragon, his own horns, literally branches, growing leaves, and by a giant tree that is fully grown, and a giant coin, as we see here, and a little tiny hatchling looking up at him. And ultimately, Leviathan wants us to be in this energy, wants us to be the king of currency of our own life. Knowing that ultimately, and I know people disagree with this, but in the way that I understand draconic elements in reality, I associate money with water because of all the language around money that reflects water, cash flow, currency, liquidation, just to name a few, that are surrounded around the element of water. So I associate like money and financial liberation with free-flowing water. I know some people don't. That's just my personal interaction with dragons, and I do apologize if it's harder to see the video. We are kind of losing our sunlight, but I'll do my best to make sure that you can see everything. But basically what I'm getting from this symbolism is that we need to ask ourselves, what's my relationship with money? What's my relationship with kings, king energy? If you identify as feminine, do you feel like you cannot be a king? You can be a king, by the way. A man can be a queen in the same way that a woman can be a king. We don't believe in gendered stereotypes here on this channel, okay? Because dragons are shapeshifters, and all that means is, do you feel like you're able to provide for your family, your lineage? Do you feel like you are abundant? Do you feel like you are generating wealth? Do you feel like you're able to generate generational wealth? Or do you feel like you have a horrible relationship with money? Do you feel like your money tree is not bearing any fruit and hasn't for a while? Like, do you have a very traumatic relationship with money? These are the questions I need you to ask, especially when you're dealing with your shadows and your shadow work. People don't realize how these questions about money are a huge critical point of shadow work that I think many people fail to realize you got to do in order to have a better future, right? Especially if you're born into a system, or a family, I should say, that's like very poor poverty mindset, right? But next we'll be using the Gothic Oracle, or I'm pretty sure it's the Gothic Oracle by Anne Stokes, and this is a really amazing deck. I absolutely love it. Before we get on out of here, but Leviathan, just wanted to tap in with any messages Leviathan really wants us to remember for today, and just whenever you receive this message, just letting us know kind of what's the focus here, because we're not too terribly sure. So, oh, this is really beautiful, actually. First, we have Only Love Remains. Such a gorgeous card. And then lastly, we have Beyond the Veil. And Leviathan told me to read it this way. I'm hearing read it this way. It says, beyond the veil, only love remains. Leviathan wants us to remember our lost loved ones today, I think. So, do you have any lost loved ones behind the veil? Do you have any losses that you've experienced in your life that were traumatic? Do you struggle with death? Do you struggle with the afterlife, your relationship to God? What's your relationship to God like? What's your relationship to death like? What's your relationship to life like? And the loved ones that are beyond the veil, what is your relationship to them? How did you lose them? How did it affect you? How are you avoiding how that affected you even to this day? Because beyond the veil, only love remains. People, and just because I'm Muslim, don't get it twisted. I don't believe in hell in the sense that most Muslims will tell you about. My Lord tells me I am as my servant thinks of me. And I think that hell is a much more philosophical thing than people really understand, but I'm getting ahead of myself. My own personal takeaway from that is this. I've lost many people in very traumatic ways, unfortunately. And knowing that beyond the veil, only love remains, nothing like pain, nothing like torture, nothing like loss or grief or trauma. But beyond the veil, when I die, when you die, I know that the only thing waiting for me is everyone I've lost. Alhamdulillah. Do you believe that beyond the veil only love remains? Leviathan really wants to ask you, do you really think that hellfire is waiting for you, beautiful soul? Do you not realize how many people who love you, the ones you've known in this lifetime, and others that are waiting for you already? There's no rush to the finish line. Why are you rushing to the finish line? Don't shame yourself into losing your time. How do you shame yourself into losing your time? How do you break away from that oppression you have enacted upon yourself? Do you think you deserve it? Do you think you deserve punishment? Or do you realize that you're so surrounded by those who love you that if the veil was truly lifted, you would be breathless by all the love you have surrounding you? Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Leviathan. That was such a beautiful message. Wow. Okay. I'm hearing read the bottom of the deck to close this reading. I'm gonna cry again. To end today's reading, we have Dragon Beauty. My dear Hatchling, didn't you know that you're already a dragon beauty to me? Says Leviathan. Do you realize how happy it makes me when I see you bloom fully in who you are? When you don't reject your love, when you don't reject your difference, when you don't reject your shadow, when you don't reject your light, when you just embody yourself with might. Did you know how much I shine for you? Did you know how small you make hell when you smile? What's happening? I'm not supposed to cry. Leviathan is a guardian that I have a very close relationship with in terms of working with my trauma and recovering from my trauma, particularly around religion and hellfire. And I know some people have different relationships with Leviathan, and that's okay. But the way that I connect to Leviathan, I'm just floored every day because he asks me, do you even believe you're worthy of punishment? Leviathan asks me, do you think God hates you? Do you think God would let you burn? Do you think God doesn't love you as a creation? Why would you think that when even God loves me? A dragon serpent at the bottom of the sea. Allahu Akbar. I love my craft. I love the dragons. I love God. I love magic, because without it I wouldn't see the world this way. And I really hope that today's reading has helped you as much as it's helped me. I didn't realize how much I needed this reading today. I do apologize about the lighting going kind of in the middle of the video, but maybe that's kind of part of the message for today's video. And I just wanted to remind everybody that I will never message you for a reading, so please don't get scammed. I will never post in your comments about a reading, so please don't get scammed. If you want a reading from me, the only way to get one is by going to my Etsy shop over on the Hatchling Hollow and purchasing a reading from there. That's the only way to book a reading with me if you'd want a one-on-one reading, which I do via unlisted YouTube videos and document files. I'm not going to use the other version because I triggered some people's minds. So I use different files, but I have to say it, the PDF files. Okay, I'm sorry, okay? It's just a document file, okay? I promise. But that's how I'll deliver your reading to you. and this was really intense. I really hope that it helped you, and if you're new here, assalamu alaikum, merry meet, and welcome back to your daily dose, your double daily dose of DragonFaether. My name is Azura DragonFaether, the Draconic Priestess, and I've been working with dragons since the 90s, now here to share messages with you every midnight via my Dragon Tarot readings. So if you would like to get more readings like this every midnight, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to join the Hatchling Clan Discord server if you love dragons and want to learn more about them and want to connect with maybe some of the dragons I mentioned in my readings like Leviathan. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. But until next time, let's think you get you getting freaky. A little hatchling. But I will see you very soon, and I love you so much. Thank you for spending some of your day with me today. But anyway, Kudafis, blessed be, and Amin. And please follow me so I don't get lost.